Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This channel, Earth Science, is all about trying to learn various concepts of Earth Science by practicing a lot of questions. In this video, we are going to solve this question on Leetcode regarding find cities in each state part 2. The difficulty level of this question is medium and I'm going to share the SQL schema as well as the panda schema in the description box below. Okay, the question reads, we are given a table called cities with two different columns, state and city. The combined column is the combination of columns with unique values for this table. Each row of this table contains the state name and city name within that state. We are asked to write a solution to find all the cities in each state and analyze them based on the following requirements. Bind all cities into a comma separated string for each state. Only include states that have at least 3 cities. Only include states where at least one city starts with the same letter as the state name. Return the result table ordered by the count of matching letter cities in descending order and then by the state name in ascending order. Let's go through this example. So here we have 4 different states: New York, California, Texas, and Pennsylvania. New York, California, Texas have 4 cities each, and Pennsylvania has 3 cities. So in the output, we can have all the 4, but they should satisfy these conditions that at least 3 cities. So all of them have at least 3 cities. However, it should also be taken into consideration that only include states where at least one city starts with the same letter as the state name. So if we look at New York, so yes, there are 2 cities which starts with N. In California, there is none, so California should not be in the output. For Texas, you have 3 cities which start with the same letter as letter T, and in Pennsylvania, you have 3 as well. So in our output, what we need is, so out of Pennsylvania and Texas, so if there is a tie, then it says state name is ascending order. So since P comes before T, so Pennsylvania, Texas, and then New York, and that is what we have in our output. And just look at this, there is not only 2 columns, we have a third column, that is matching letter count. So to solve this question, what we need is, firstly, let us make sure to have another column which actually tells whether the name of the state and the city starts with the same alphabet or not. So let's go ahead and do that because that is very important going forward. So from this table called cities, what we are going to do is, let us keep both the columns that we have and then use case when statements to get that extra column. So case when, let us convert this entire column into lower, both for state and city, into lower case so that our solution is generalized. So lowercase of state, and then what we are doing is the first value, right? Or from left, take the first letter. So left 1. If this comes out to be equal as left of lower the city column, then you assign the value 1. That means yes, they start with the same alphabet, else you assign the value 0. End the case when statement, and let's alias this as something called same. Let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. Okay, if we look at our output, what we have here is we have the state, city, and whether the first alphabet is same or not. So N, so 1, 1, 0, and so on. Okay, now once we have this, what we are going to do is, let's save this entire thing in a common table expression. So with CTE as this entire thing goes into parentheses, and then from here, what we are going to do is, from this common table expression, we need for every state, right? If we look at our output, we have for every state, we need to combine the cities. So let us group by the state column, and one of the filters that we want to have is at least 3 cities should be there, that state should only be considered. That means if we are grouping by the state, filters that having count of the city should be at least 3, so greater than equal to 3. And for them, what we are going to do is, let us return the state column, and then we need the cities combined into a comma separated string. So we can use the function group concat. So group concat, we need to concat the city column, and then if you look at this output, it has not mentioned in the question, but if you look at this, this is ordered by the cities in ascending order. So let's go ahead and do that. So order by city in ascending order, and it says comma separated, right? Comma separated string. And if we look at our output, it is comma, and then there is a space. So we need to enter a separator. So separator should be comma and a space. And let's alias this as what is required in our output as cities. And there is a third column also, which means matching letter count. That means if you sum the same column, it will give you how many of the cities names start with the same letter as that of state, and that is what the column matching letter count contains. So sum of the same column, and let's alias this as matching letter count. Let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So yeah, if we look at our output, and let me just scroll it to the left and above. So here we have the state, cities, and matching letter count. In our output right now, we are also having a state which has zero matching letter, and we do not want that, right? If we look at our question, it says that at least one city should start with the same letter at state name. So what we can do is we can save this into a second common table expression. So CTE2 as this entire thing goes into parentheses as well. And then what we are going to do is from this common table expression 2, keep only those rows where matching letter count is at least 1, right? So greater than equal to 1. And we need to return all the 3 columns that we have, and it should be ordered by, so order by matching letter count in descending order, and if there is a tie, by the name of the state. Okay, let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what we get. So this is accepted. If we look at our output is exactly same like expected output, right? Let me go ahead and submit it. So pass all the test cases. So yeah, this is accepted, and this is how we do it. So yes, somewhat tricky question. What we basically had to do was, firstly, we identified whether the name of the state and city starts with the same alphabet or not, and we assigned ones and zeros for that, saved it in a column called same. Then we grouped by the state, because for every state we want the comma separated values, and we kept only those states where at least 3 cities are present according to the question, and then we got the cities in a combined string format, and then we also obtained the matching letter count. Once we had the required columns, we kept only those where at least one city starts with the same alphabet as a state, ordered by matching letter count in descending order and state in ascending order. So yeah, this is how we do it. Let me know if there's a better, more efficient solution to solve this question. Let the solution be in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.